good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Please make plans for revival nights beginning tomorrow night and Thursday night and Friday night with Joe and Becky down here at Main Campus. But right now, I want us to go back to the book of 2 Samuel chapter 9. We always remember the one really bad season in David's life where he committed adultery, he murdered a woman's husband, he betrayed the trust of Ahithophel, his greatest advisor, because the woman he committed adultery with was his granddaughter. I mean, this was a really bad season of David's life. But the rest of David's life, he lived a good life. He was a good man. We get a little hint into David's heart today when we look at chapter 9, verse 1. David asked, "Is there anyone still left of the house of Saul to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" Now there was a servant of Saul's household named Ziba. They called him to appear before David, and the king said to him, "Are you Ziba?" "Your servant," he replied. The king asked, "Is there no one still left in the house of Saul to whom I can show God's kindness?" Ziba answered the king, "There is still a son of Jonathan. He is crippled in both feet." "Where is he?" the king answered. And David went and found this man, brought him into his palace, and took care of him. David showed kindness to a son of Jonathan, a grandson of King Saul. You say, why did he do that? Well, I know King Saul was pretty mean to him, but King Saul also gave him a start. And Jonathan was his best friend. Jonathan risked everything in life to show kindness to David, and David never forgot that. The world always forgets. One generation and it's gone. Do you remember that people of Egypt forgot Joseph and all that Joseph had done, and by the next generation there was pain starting for the people of Israel. David did not allow himself to forget what a previous generation had done. David carried it down to the next generation. I'd like to ask you today, as an act of loyalty, as an act of graciousness, as an act of kindness, what have you done for the children and the grandchildren of people that were kind to you and that helped you get started in life? What have you done to help people's children who were kind to you? There are people that I do things for their children and their grandchildren today that back in 1980, helped us survive when we first started as pastoring here at COP, and we're still kind to that family and still kind to the children. Never forget the people who helped you. Carry that generosity and carry that mercy and carry that kindness into the next generation. Now again, the world forgets, and sometimes Christians forget, but a good man blesses the next generation of the generation that helped him.